This time I ordered food before the podcast and I ate some.
Good job.
Nice. That was pretty funny last time when we were just like going on and on about whatever we were talking about. Then you're like, I've been trying to order food this whole time and it's not working. And here it is.
No, it was the grilled cheeseburger, or yeah, the grilled
That's right, the grilled cheese
cheeseburger.
cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That sounds
You don't
absolutely
understand. When
ridiculous.
I saw two grilled cheeses, like actual sandwiches, and then with a burger in the middle, I freaked out over that.
Oh, I think I do understand, and it's I understand that that is way too much
That's
for
way
any one
too
person.
much.
For any one person to consume, there's no reason anyone should ever need to eat anything like that. But it sounds good.
Like a
I'm sure it
grilled
looks
cheese on
delicious
its
too.
own is good enough for me. Like I can eat a grilled
Right.
cheese and like, oh, that's good.
Now, if I'm feeling super crazy, I'll throw bacon in my grilled cheese. But like that's like tops for me. I'm like,
Wow.
like this is a really unhealthy sandwich right now that I'm about to eat. This is very irresponsible. That's as far as I take it.
I
So,
don't put bacon on grilled cheese, but I don't eat a cheeseburger without bacon anymore.
hmm. I respect that decision. Absolutely, 100%.
But no, like, part of me says that's too much cheese. Another part of me says if you put it in front of me, I would tear it up. So, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would depend. It would depend on the time and the place and my mood.
Yeah, when I usually order a quarter pounder, I don't usually add the cheese to it unless I'm asked.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just something about having extra cheese on it just makes like that type of cheese I'm not really into. I like good cheese, not weird processed cheese.
Not Americanized cheese.
All right. Stream is going.
I stream.
Tweet out this link.
Okay.
We got green health, guys. We're all good.
I got my
Green.
grid stuff, but then I turned
Nice.
off Steam because I didn't want it wrecking my internet right now.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
You'll get all pixelated again.
Yeah.
I hope you
Actually, I
like
have a
it.
story about that, but I don't have a lot of gaming stuff to say, so it won't take long.
Charged shot in podcast. Da. Tweet out.
I brought a backup Guinness with me, too.
A backup
Nice.
Guinness.
So I don't have to get up, you know.
I like that bottle. It's a nice bottle.
Right? They're super cool.
It's kind of like those. It kind of looks like one of those juice bottles that they have. Maybe like a soy bottle or something. I don't know.
It's like their cans currently. We've got one of the cans on display because
Yeah.
the Guinness logos are so cool.
They
Alright.
really are.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Charge Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around talking about things going on in their lives and the games that they've possibly have played. Today I have with me Justin.
Yeah, funny you say. Funny you say possibly played.
I feel like each week we play fewer and fewer games or fewer
Right?
like variety of games.
It's true. It's true.
And that other voice you hear is low.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
I didn't ask.
How rude.
It's okay. You don't have to ask.
Alright.
Good.
Happy birthday to Justin. It's been his birthday week, and also he's been sick this week, so it's been a great combination.
Yeah.
Don't we just
But,
love
as
those?
I've been saying, last year on my birthday I was unemployed, so I'll take it.
There you go, man. Hey, I'll drink to that. Absolutely.
Right?
100%.
Silver lining.
Yeah.
I also realized that I had turned my mic down because of the horror movie stuff we were watching last weekend, so I was probably pretty quiet. But I fixed it.
Oh, nice.
Good, good. So yeah, what horror movie stuff have you been up to?
Well, I was talking about before we started this. Some, I say like local friends. They're basically people in the same state. We all used to live in the same city. Like we all worked at Walmart together,
Mhm.
up in my college days, and we've kind of separated since. But we're all still within a few hours of each other, so we keep in contact and stuff. We're talking about getting together next weekend to see Us, the new Jordan Peele movie.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, but they started a little horror movie thing without two of us included, and kind of made a joke of like, well, do you want to be involved? Like, you didn't really mention what. I was like, it's not about the movie. It's about like hanging out together. So we guilted them into making us join. And so they just kind of watch a horror movie like whenever, whenever they can find time to do it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So this last Sunday we watched Ghost Stories, which was like kind of I guess it was a play, like a stage play, that was turned into a movie in 2017, maybe. And Martin Freeman's in it. He's about the only famous person, probably, that you guys would know at least.
Mm-hmm.
It also stars like the guy that was like that created the play. I don't think he's very good. He reminded me of like a knockoff Ricky Gervais, but like not funny or anything. Just kind of like similar facial expressions and stuff.
Gotcha.
I don't know. He was kind of weird. But yeah, it was a strange movie. We spent a little while afterwards talking about it. It felt very much like a play adapted to a movie. You know what I mean? Like there was some overarching themes, but like it didn't play very well as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this was very high concept and not good execution. Got it. Cool. But yeah, so it's kind of fun, like we talk about like what we want to watch next and vote and then, do something in the future. But yeah, that wasn't really what I wanted to talk about. Sunday I woke up after the whole time change and everything, feeling a little off. And I was like, oh, it's probably just because I lost an hour, like, it's whatever. So I kind of relaxed all day. Actually put out a video, which I'll plug later. I don't want to spend too much time on right now. But I just spent all day editing and relaxing and just basically stayed in my little sick hole here. Because I was like, okay, I've got a busy week ahead at work. Like, I can't be sick. Woke up Monday, not really feeling that much better. But I toughed it out, went to work. I figured if nothing else, I need to take my laptop home so I can work from home. And so I get in, get some stuff done, and my boss was like, "You look terrible. Please go home."
Oh.
I was like, "Okay, but I mean, I can take my laptop. I can, at least like if you need me." She was like, "No, if you are working, you're not resting. Go home."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, fine. Sorry."
Nice.
So I went home, slept most of the day. And I had to go in Tuesday because that's the day I do my my video stuff. Sorry.
Oh.
So I rested as much as I could on Monday, chugged tea the whole time, and got up Tuesday feeling a little bit better. Took my cold medicine, went in, did my video stuff. And by 11:30 or so, I'd been rushing around doing all kinds of stuff, and I was starting to feel it again. So I was like, okay, my cold medicine's wearing off. I'm going to take my laptop home, edit this at home, and still get, a full day's work in, just not be able to contaminate anything around here. Mm-hmm. So I actually got a full day of work in at least. I just wasn't at work. I could do something at home. And then Wednesday, I stayed home. I basically slept. I don't remember Wednesday. I slept all day.
Wow.
I basically woke up to drink some tea, drink some soup, really, and then went right back to sleep, off and on all day, so that I could wake up on my birthday Thursday and hopefully feel a little bit better. And I did. Basically, anytime I get sick, it ends up with about 2 weeks of just a really bad chest cough, where it sounds awful, but I feel fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. And everyone thinks I'm still sick. They're like, oh, you got to go home with that. I'm like, no, it's just how I am as a person. Don't worry about it. Because my dad smoked all growing up, so my lungs didn't develop properly. I just have bad lungs. I have chronic bronchitis. It happens. So yeah, for the next few weeks, I'm just gonna have this bad cough. You guys can deal with it, but I'm mostly better. I'm still a little congested. I probably sound kind of sniffly, but I'm getting over the worst of it. Wednesday was my sick hole day, but we're getting there. So yeah, I didn't really play a lot of anything this week. But, real quick, sorry. Last weekend, I think it was last week, maybe Sunday actually, or Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday because last show, you made me turn my webcam off because it was like getting all distorted and stuff, and you didn't want to look at me.
You should be able to just download it, Vicky.
Because my internet sucks. And so I was like, I was super frustrated. And it was finally a nice day, so we were able to like get our bushes taken out in front of our house, and see like the whole mess of cord, like internet cord that's just hanging outside the house. And so like we measured how long it actually needed to be to get in the house, and I was going to work on like replacing that and everything. But in the meantime, there's a splitter from the box, like, you know, when the internet comes in, to the cord that strings around the house and comes in. And then when the guy installed it, he put another splitter like inside the house that doesn't split to anything.
Why would he do that? That's so stupid.
I don't know. And so I took that splitter off and just did the super long cord straight into the modem and did a speed test. We were getting like 101 megabits a second.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, what? It was a stupid splitter that he just unnecessarily installed. It's been ruining my internet for a month and a half.
At least it was a simple solution. That's cool.
Jeez.
So I've got a friend that's coming down Sunday to celebrate my birthday, and we're gonna go get like a mesh wireless system still, because when I get everything set up in the basement, we're gonna need to spread it all out. There's like old plaster walls in here, so the signal still degrades pretty quickly. And I want to have one mesh router in here, hardwired into my computer. One in the living room, like, you know, the main kind of the main setup, and then one in the basement in what will be my office, and have them all routed together like that. So that'll probably be even better. But at least for now, like, everything's stable. We haven't had a single like buffering issue all week, and it's been awesome.
That's great.
Too bad I was too sick to enjoy it.
Oh.
But yeah. So anyway, back to Thursday. Woke up on my birthday, feeling a little bit better. I was like, I'm going into work. Like, today is the birthday celebration. It's only for me. They're bringing me snacks and stuff. I gotta go. So I get in. One of the offices upstairs was celebrating Pi Day because, you know, my birthday is on Pi Day, so why not? And they called down. And they're like, "Hey, do you want some pie?" I was like, "It's my birthday, so sure." Like, "Oh, it's your birthday? Okay, I'll definitely bring you pie." So I got some pie, and then I went in, and there was like some breakfast pizza and some biscuits and gravy, and some more pie and cupcakes, and I was like, "Man, this is only for my birthday," and it's I am the only March birthday in the office, and I'm okay with that.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I made it through most of the day just fine. By about 3 or 3:30 or so, the head congestion started to come back. I think it was because like I had taken some allergy medicine too, because I had like my eyes were like super like puffy and like leaking. So I was like, okay, there's more to this than just a sickness. Like, it feels like, you know, I'm having an allergic reaction to something. So I'd gotten some cold medicine the day before, but because I wasn't at work, I took it like whenever I could, which was like 3 or something like that. I don't remember. And it's a 24-hour thing. So I was like, okay, it's probably just wearing off right now. So I was like, I need to get home and take some more allergy medicine. So like right around that time, it started to feel bad, but like I made it through the day, you know? And today I woke up feeling even better. I made it through the whole day just fine. No problems really. I'm just, you know, I've got this cough and my chest kind of hurts. But it was also like, it was a super boring day. So I was trying to find some mobile games to play, just to have something to do to, you know, pass the time. And nothing really started out. I didn't want to spend like actual money on anything. So I found that Oddworld Stranger's Wrath was on mobile for like $3 or something like that. I had some Google credit. So I got that. Because I was trying to find a game that like isn't ruined by the touchscreen controls. Because so many things, they just, you know, they throw a digital pad and like an A and B button on screen and call it a day. And you can't actually play the game that way. Like I was reading up on the mobile port of Final Fantasy VII, and it's like, good luck playing the mini games.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, okay, I never played Stranger's Wrath. I heard it was really good. Like, you know, I've got a Pixel 3. It can handle this game. And it's supposed to have a pretty good mobile touch interface. So I booted it up and played through kind of the opening tutorial area where you're like learning the different ammo types and stuff. It's a pretty cool game. I wouldn't say the touchscreen controls are great, but they're serviceable at least.
Okay.
The first-person aiming controls, like when you have your crossbow out and you're like can use the different ammo types and stuff, you can use gyroscope aiming for that, which kind of helps. But I was also I was sitting at a desk, like in a swivel chair, so I was trying to like kind of subtly, like, yeah, don't look at me.
Nice.
And so I wasn't doing that too much. I was just kind of using but like, good grief. Please cut that out. But the part that kind of sucks is like the left side, like anywhere you put your thumb is just for movement. Like it just kind of creates a digital analog stick. But on the right side, to move the camera, it's also kind of the same way, where it's like wherever you put your thumb moves the camera, but there's also buttons on the right side, like your jump and your punch and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually kind of a very small space where you can freely move the camera without hitting one of those buttons accidentally.
Oh.
So that was a little funky, especially when you're trying to like aim to shoot at something, and you hit a button instead, and you like waste a bunch of ammo. And then I also had a little bit of problems with like the jumping mechanics. It wasn't super clear, and like that game was meant for a TV, so like sometimes trying to find a rope or like do some kind of little parkour thing, you're looking all over the place, like not really able to see it because it's kind of a blob of polygons. It's a little lower res than the original game was,
right?
Which is kind of sad because it was an Xbox original game. Surely modern phones can handle original Xbox graphics.
You think so?
Whatever. It has got some really cool potential. Like, I want to try it out some more. But I didn't get too deep into it because my phone was running out of battery very quickly. And I forgot to bring a charger today. It died at like 2:30. I was super bored.
Oh.
But yeah, aside from that, I got home because earlier in the week, when I was like, home sick, I had started downloading the free edition of the new Dissidia game, Final Fantasy Dissidia.
Right.
Because that came out, I think, Tuesday, actually. And I'd kind of forgotten about it, that I downloaded it because I was, in a sick hole. So, like, an hour before we were going to start, I got home from dinner and booted that up and at least, like, went through the tutorial stuff. I don't know if it randomizes the unlocked characters from the start, but I had Golbez or something, like the villain from Final Fantasy IV.
Golbez, I think. Like that.
Yeah, I think that's it. Golbez.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Cloud. Lightning. Ace. From Final Fantasy Type O. And I think one other character. I don't remember. There was 4 or 5 unlocked from the start.
Okay.
And I jumped into the tutorial with Ace because he's like, I didn't really care for Type O, but he's a really cool character.
He is.
He's Gambit basically, and it's really fun. So I learned some of the mechanics and stuff. I never really understood the Dissidia games before. They're like nonsense fighters to me. But this tutorial is actually really well fleshed out, and it helped me kind of understand the whole like bravery and HP system, where basically you use like attacks that just build up your attack power and take away the attack power of your enemies. And then whenever you've built up your attack power, you send it out as an HP attack against them, and that amount that you've built up is how much damage you do against them. And that made more sense than it's ever made to me.
Okay.
I'm still really bad at dodging attacks and shielding, which I've never been good at if you've ever played me in Smash Bros. I'm just very like all frontal assault and forget to actually defend. But it's really fun. I really didn't get any further than the tutorial. I meant to, and then I got caught up in like the graphic settings and stuff because it was set to low for some reason. So I did that and then reloaded it and then got some Guinness and then came back and it was time to start. But yeah, I went through and like, because it's the free edition, everything is unlockable in game, but it's pretty heavy. Like,
I believe it.
There's different objectives you can complete to unlock different characters. But from what I read, you can only complete one given objective per match. So, like, you might have something that's like, do a double jump 5 times in a match. So you can do that objective once. So you basically have to do 5 matches to complete that objective, which is pretty simple to do, but spread out among 5 matches. And as far as I can tell, if there's another objective that you complete first, like switch out 3 characters or something like that. I don't know. I'm just making something up. Yeah. If you switch out a character, then you've completed your objective for that match. You can't complete any of the other objectives. So, like, all these things are, 3 to 5 times you have to do it, and you can only do one of them once per match.
Oh.
So, and not all of them actually unlock characters. So you're trying to focus on the ones that get you characters. The others, like, get you money, which you can use in the shop to buy things. Mm-hmm. And that probably includes characters I didn't look. There's also, like, different costumes for the characters and things like that, which is cool. There's a lot of, like, content in this game.
Okay.
But I honestly think it would probably be better to buy it all. Because the amount that you would have to do to unlock any one character, if you're enjoying the game to play it that much, you might as well just buy it. Like, you have to play so many matches that it's going to be worth your time to buy it anyway.
Oh, I see.
So it feels really like a demo. You get a feel for the few characters that are already unlocked, and then you decide if you want to buy it or not. You can unlock everything for free. It's just going to take a lot.
Sounds like it.
But it's cool. I definitely recommend you check it out, and maybe we play together because it's got online.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
And it's free, so, Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as games and stuff. It was kind of a weird week.
Oh, what have you been up to?
Not too much, really. I was playing, just played a little bit of Warframe earlier this week. Let's see, what else did I do games-wise? Oh, with all this excitement with the new Devil May Cry, I actually played a little bit of Devil May Cry 4. That game's still pretty fun, but I don't know. It has its problems, but, like, the combat's fun, which is all I really care about. So, that's pretty cool. That's really... Honestly, I think that's actually it as far as me for games. But yeah, it was I don't know, it was kind of a weird week. I actually had a job interview yesterday at Private Division, so we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Yeah. In addition to that, I'm also looking into just going back to school, getting some certifications and stuff like that. I was looking at the University of Phoenix. They got some pretty cool certification programs and things like that. So I was thinking, like, start there, and, like, see where it takes me, things like that. Very least I'll be able to, like, get, like, a job, or a better job than what I've been looking for, anyways. Because just everything I've been doing lately, it's a grind, It gets kind of old after a while. It's like, okay, maybe it's time to do something different, So
yeah,
looking into that, looking into some IT certifications. Hopefully I can get into that, see what comes of it. That's pretty much it for me. My week's been pretty boring.
All right, solid. Yeah, for me this week I've been pretty much just on Destiny and Division stuff. Real quick on the Destiny,
2, right?
Yeah, Division 2. Real quick on Destiny is that they released the quest line for Thorn, so people have been rushing to get that. I'm on the second last step to get it, so I have to go in Crucible now and fight people with void hand cannons.
Ah, Crucible.
So yeah, a lot of fun with that kind of stuff. Not really. I actually had a pretty sweet game earlier this morning where I wiped out the whole team without dying, which was pretty sweet.
Good job.
Yeah. Pro tip for anyone that's trying to get it: play early in the mornings on weekends or
early in the mornings.
Yeah, because the people that are terrible at Crucible play then. I don't know why. It just
Nice.
is.
Good to know. That's what I used to always do. I'm like, when are the worst people playing? because I'm not very good. So, and then after I kind of get the hang of the game, I'm just start playing whenever, and then like just that one time you just log in at just the wrong time, and then all the top tier players are on, and then you just get stomped every single match.
Yep.
Good times. Good times.
Yep. They also had the allegiance quest for the Drifter and the Vanguard, so it's a per character account, so you either pledge your allegiance to the Vanguard or the Drifter. I pledged my allegiance for my first character to the Vanguard because, good guys. Let's go.
Yeah. Home team, man.
I've been with them since the beginning, I can't turn my back.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the allegiance quest is basically you're just launching like an investigation on the Drifter and trying to spy on him and stuff. There's like some kind of weird I haven't unlocked it yet, but I'm pretty sure there's like a black market for Spider, and there's a bunch of like unattainable items that he has. Like
really?
They make them like on purpose unattainable for some reason. I haven't unlocked it myself, but there's things like give him 5 or 10 exotic engrams, but as you know, you can't hold exotic engrams. Like they automatically open up for you when you pick them up.
Weird.
There's also another one where you get a ghost, but you have to give him like a million glimmer, but you can't hold a million glimmer. You can only hold 100,000. So there's weird stuff like that in here. So maybe it's
that's
like
what it is.
Yeah, maybe they're like hinting towards stuff in the future. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But there's some pretty neat stuff going on. They just opened up tier 3 for the Reckoning. I just finished off tier 2 earlier today, grinding out some Gambit gear, and tier 2 is pretty cool. So it's like tier 1 where you have to kill a bunch of guys until your bar fills up. Well, after that, you don't fight a boss. You do this other thing where you have to defend points on a bridge as you go across, and parts of the bridge materialize as you go across. And it's pretty neat. Like you have to like really be on your toes for that because there's snipers on both sides, and there's a bunch of like taken thrall coming at you, and ogres and knights. So you have to hold them off while not getting shot by the snipers on the sides. And then there's also bosses in front of you where you have to go. So.
Oh jeez.
You have to be on your game.
A lot of management.
a really good technique is putting up 2 shields if you have 2 titans.
Oh. Okay.
One on one side, one on the other side, so you don't have to worry about the snipers. And then you just pop your super as the shield void titan, and you just put up your shield and you defend while everyone else shoots at them. Because you generate orbs when you defend with the shield, so it's pretty sweet.
Ah.
Yeah. That's been a pretty good strategy for me.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then after that, you get to the end of the tier 2, and there's the taken boss from I said yesterday or last week from the previous game. So you have to kill him, and he's pretty easy to kill this time. Like it's not that hard. You just shoot him with a bunch of guns. Like while someone else works on the mobs, everyone else kills him. So yeah.
Nice.
Tier 3 has released, but their recommended light level for that is 690, I think.
Ooh.
Which is ridiculous because I'm only at 670. So I gotta grind my way up there. But the other game that I got this game for review, but I've already played it and beat it like 2 years ago. Was Nier Automata. They were supposed to give me a PC game copy, but they gave me a PS4 copy for some reason. So I couldn't give it to low. So I've already played this game. So I've been streaming some of that over on my channel at Game Play Stuff. So if you want to see me stream it, I play it over there. And for some reason, I guess like I played it on the PS4 Pro when I first came out. But now that I traded PS4s with my dad, he has the Pro now. I have his original. And you can really tell there's some weird frame rate issues. Like it just drops sometimes I don't know why. Like it seems like no reason at all. It's just weird. But yeah, that game's still pretty cool. I like the slot mechanics where you like take out memory chips and put in other memory chips to power yourself up, and also combining memory chips for powerful memory chips.
Did you say what the game is called?
Nier Automata.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Nier Automata. It's pretty sweet. It's made by Platinum, so typical Platinum game. XY, XYY, you know, that kind of stuff.
Action's pretty good though, yeah.
Yeah, action's pretty good. It's more of like it combines bullet hell with action platformers.
I noticed
So
that. It kind of like switches it up just randomly on the fly too.
also
So
you
it's
can
like,
just do it
whoa,
while you're fighting people. So like
really?
a good tip for fighting in this game is to use your kind of like hold the controller. Oh well, this is not going to go across for audio, but for if you're watching the video, hold the controller like this. And what I'm doing is I have two thumbs on the thumbsticks, and then
Hmm.
you have your middle finger on the right trigger and your index finger on the right um, button.
Bumper?
Yeah, bumper. So you hold down that fires the pod. So that's your bullet
Uh-huh.
hell. So you're locked on when you lock onto your enemy, you fire that and then you press R2 whenever you want to dodge. So I find that to be really helpful. Like especially like I've been buffing up my ranged abilities quite a bit. So I kind of just
Nice.
sit back and just let it tick down constantly, while getting up in the face a little bit whenever I have to. Because I'm trying to like main through it, try to get to the third act, this is like a 5-act game, I think.
Hmm.
Like a Shakespearean play.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to get to the third act just because that's where the shit goes down and that's where the new content is for this game. That's where the DLC episode kicks in, and you can start doing
Nice.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So far, what I only have access to for the Game of the Yora edition is like masks and other cosmetic stuff. So you could put on like a robot hat and some weird cosmetics for your pod. Like there's this weird. It's like the one that I have on my pod right now is like this weird like yellow ball with eyes, and they have eyelashes on them. It's like 3 eyes on it. It's weird. check out the
Nice.
stream or video. I'll have a video go
Yeah.
up as soon as I get to the third act, but I need to work my way there. So yeah, that's that. Division 2. I've been playing some Division 2 the last couple of days. I have
Nice.
the next week off, so I'll be playing a lot more Division. And yeah, Division 2. Do you like the first Division?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is kind of the same game almost.
Is it more of the same? I kind of thought it would be.
Yeah, it's got the same thing, same deal. You know, like cover mechanics are the same. Guns are kind of the same. Like I'm getting back into the rhythm now because it's been a while since I played the first game.
Hmm.
With my weapons, I like the shotguns quite a bit. They do a lot of damage.
Okay.
I find that the pulse ability, which I used quite a bit in the first game, which was the one that allowed you to see all the enemies around you,
Yeah.
kind of got nerfed in this one. Like the range isn't as long as it was in the first game. I feel. So like when I use pulse, it kind of just like highlights 1 or 2 enemies, but you can clearly see that there's like 5 on the field. So it's
Yeah.
not really that useful.
Aw, that's lame.
Yeah, it's pretty lame. There is an upgrade where you can throw a device out and have that be your pulse instead of pulsing from your body. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I
I guess that's the way to balance it.
I don't remember in the first game, did they have an armor and health system, or was it just a health system?
I think it was just health.
Yeah,
and
so
then like well, I mean, you can like equip armor and shit, but that like added to like your defense and things. Do you have like an armor like gauge or anything?
yeah,
like that
you have
in
an
this
armor
game?
gauge in this one. So you have health that like
Oh.
regenerates over
Huh.
time. So if
Yeah.
your armor gets taken down, you still have a couple more shots to take, and you can regenerate that health. But
Yeah.
you also have an armor bar. So if your armor ticks all the way down, you can pop an armor pack, and they'll put your armor back up to full.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a health pack, you have an armor pack.
Interesting.
And that regenerates like as soon as you're finished the battle too. So like once you're out of battle
Oh.
phase, your health goes back to normal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot harder this time. I don't know if you guys found the first game to be like really hard or anything, but I find this one to be a bit more harder than that one.
Really?
Just
Okay.
because like I feel like enemies hit a lot harder this time, and like they'll actually flank and go around you and stuff. Like usually, like in most cases, I can like kill them before they flank me. But last main mission I had was pretty difficult. They'd get around me, and I'd have to like just shoot my way out and run away and pop a health or armor pack.
Sounds like the AI is a little more effective.
Yeah, the AI is a little bit better in this. Like it's
That's
definitely
cool.
a lot
That's
harder.
a good
So
thing.
Yeah, if you like the challenge, if you like a challenge, this is definitely a game to play. If you if you don't like the challenge, you can always find people to play with. Make it a bit easier. And yeah, another thing that I wanted to say real quick was that this game has, I don't think the last game had it, but in this one it has like, you can ping out for help. So say you're having difficulty with a level or something,
Neat.
you can call in for backup, and it'll put you in a queue for like matchmaking while you're fighting. So people could come into like answer like, and then when you're, so say like pinged out, you needed help on a mission, right? And I'm just walking around doing my own thing. I'll get a call on my arm or my radio, and it's like, division agent needs help. Answer the call, and you say yes, no. And if you say yes, you load in and you help them, which is pretty sweet.
That is cool.
Yeah, like I actually I did that a couple of times, and I had a couple guys come in and like help me out.
Does it match you up with guys around like your same level? I assume.
So far, yes.
Okay.
I don't know how it would work if like.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would assume it like just like pings like people within a certain like level range or something like that, within like maybe like a few levels below you or like a few levels above you.
Yeah.
One or the other. That's cool though. That sounds like they kind of streamlined the game a little bit more. So that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Does this pull characters from their games though, like, or are they also on that same mission? So it's just you're doing it together now.
I think it's just like it pulls them from wherever, because like when I'm just walking around and doing normal things like stopping executions in the street, I'll get a call for like, hey, division agent needs help, and if you want to answer it, you can answer it and go and help them.
And then it's dropped you right back to where you were? I
don't know about that. I haven't done that. I haven't like answered the call yet.
I can see that being an issue.
But, I see what you're saying.
Like if you're in the middle of something and you get pulled out for someone else, and you come back and like your mission can't be completed,
or you answer the call and you're at like the end of the game and you're like, oh shit, I'm under leveled for this.
Right, that's a good question.
I don't know how that works, but I assume it can't be that bad. Like I haven't heard anything of people doing that and getting to the end of the game. Like I haven't heard anything like that. Yeah, it's a neat little feature. After you're done the mission though, like they'll stay in your group and you kind of kick them out or leave. But I just wanted to see what this guy was gonna do, so like I just stood and stared at him and he just stared at me. I was like, okay, this is awkward. So I fast traveled away from him, and then he was still in my group. So I was like, all right, just get out of here. I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a good loot grind game. There's also, I think before they only had like settlements, so like there was different outposts and safe houses along the way. This one has like two different kinds of settlements. There's like, I think it's actually called settlement, and then there's the safe houses. And so the safe houses are the same thing as they were before, but the settlements like are actually communities that you build up. Like the first one you come across is the theater district, so you can build that up and do missions for it to give you bonuses and unlocks for your game going forward. There's a couple like people that you need to recruit in order to unlock things for the game. Like I haven't unlocked guilds yet for Division 2. I need to recruit people for that. It's kind of got the same thing from the first game. Like you recruit people, you upgrade your main building base and unlock more things as you go. I guess like minor spoilers, but you start off at the White House. Like that's your main base of operations.
I kind of figured.
Which is pretty badass. Like as a Canadian, non-American, I find this to be a little bit of like fantasy tourism. Because I'm going around DC, a place that I've never seen before, really, in like media or anything, other than like that one part in Spider-Man. That's like the only thing I've really seen of DC, other than I guess like Fallout, but this is a little bit more realistic than that.
I've been inside the Capitol and sat on the steps of multiple monuments, but it's no big deal.
Oh, okay. Here. Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I'll probably get back to that right after this podcast.
Cool.
One thing I forgot to say about Dissidia before we move on to the news. It's kind of cool the way they set up the characters, because basically, like, the roster is made up of one hero and one villain from every game, and so like they're listed in order. So it's like Final Fantasy 1 hero and villain, Final Fantasy 2 hero and villain, so on. And then the DLC characters, which are extra ones. So I think like Locke from Final Fantasy 6, Renoa from Final Fantasy 8, Yuna from Final Fantasy 10, a few like that, that are just extras for those games. But the weird thing, and I guess it's not that weird, but it is to me, like I was watching the opening cinematic and Jecht was there. And like this was before I knew how the roster was laid out or anything. And so you get into the roster and there's Titus, I'm saying it Titus, Yuna, and Jecht from that game. And I'm like,
how do people say his name?
Titus.
Oh.
I
always said Titus.
Final Fantasy X-2 said it was Titus, like, canonically.
Oh.
And everyone got really upset and was like, no, it's Titus. Screw you.
Okay.
He's always been Titus to me.
But yeah, like, I guess Jecht is technically the villain of Final Fantasy X, but really it's like Seymour and Sin. But Sin is Jecht, so I feel like they should go on Seymour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just kind of a weird pick. Because I don't think you ever even fight Jecht in the game. You fight Sin, but do you fight Jecht? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I've played Final Fantasy X. A very long time. Yeah,
just seems like a weird pick. I'm sure he's a cool character to play as. He was unlocked for me. But that was the one that was kind of... Well, there's a few I didn't know, like the Final Fantasy 11 characters, because it's just a dumb MMO, whatever. The villain of Final Fantasy 3, like the hero was Onion Knight. Kind of lazy, but I get it. They're all unnamed. The villain was like... I'll send you a picture later. But it's like this weird, like, naked lady that's like hovering with like plant tentacles coming out from each side. She kind of looks like a more scantily clad Ultimecia, but with tentacles. And I'm just like, okay, I'm pretty sure I beat Final Fantasy 3. I don't remember a tentacle chick. Maybe there's like a final boss that I didn't make it to. But yeah, that was a weird one. Because, those old games, like seeing these characters like realized in 3D for the first time, the transition isn't always kind to them.
Right.
But hey, Kefka and Kuja are in there. That's pretty cool.
Nice. Very cool.
But yeah, you guys need to play that game with me so we can talk about it more.
Seems cool. I've always been curious about the Dissidia games. I just never really got my hands on one. So.
This is the first one I think is like accessible without, needing to know so much about it before you jump in.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to news, we have Turtle Rock Studios announces Back for Blood. I don't know what this is, Justin.
It's a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
It's the same people that made the Left 4 Dead franchise, and it is a next-gen cooperative FPS that is not a Left 4 Dead sequel. It's a new gaming universe. You'll be able to shoot up a bunch of zombies, like in Left 4 Dead, but there's a whole lot of new stuff in Back 4 Blood, which makes it unique. That's pretty much all we know so far. There's no footage or anything from it. It's designed from the ground up as an original premium title and marries the best of what made the co-op zombie shooter so successful with new features and state-of-the-art technology.
Okay, cool.
And it's being released on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, though they said other platforms weren't out of the question. It's not being published by Valve. There's no exclusivity. It's just them making their own thing, which is probably why it's not a Left 4 Dead sequel, because it would have had to have been a Valve thing, blah, blah, blah. I imagine they wanted to make more Left 4 Dead, and they couldn't, so they're like, fine, we'll make our own Left 4 Dead with hookers and blackjack. I think I mixed that up. Yeah, it's cool.
I'm excited.
I mean, we all know Valve can't make threes, so, you know.
Exactly. Who's got to do it? Be it spiritual successor or otherwise. It's just...
Yeah. Next news story we have is PUBG creator now working on new projects. Brendan Green has announced that he no longer working directly on PUBG, be heading up a new research team at PUBG Corp. Green made the announcement on Twitter, and while he'll remain as a consulting creative director on PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, he'll be transferring to the new company's new division based in Amsterdam. PUBG Special Projects is focused on building out an entirely new division to focus on research and game development. The past 5 years of my life has been all about Battle Royale, from the early days working on a mod to getting the chance to create my vision for a Battle Royale title. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds reads Green's statement. Sorry, I'm a little
Hard to read.
Yep. Yeah, so anyways, the news story here is that Brendan Green's working on something new, which apparently he said like 6 months ago or something that he was working on something new in Amsterdam, and now it just got picked up by IGN. So I guess it's because he just tweeted it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably like he was talking about it, but it wasn't official.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has coming up.
See what genre he lampoons next, and someone else steals and makes better.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Right. Oh boy.
Speaking of spin-offs, though, we have Sega pulls Judgment sales following voice actor's cocaine arrest. So, if you don't know about this, I actually wanted to talk about this game a couple weeks ago when I first heard about it. I just forgot to bring it up. But yeah, Judgment was like a spin-off of the Yakuza games, and apparently it was supposed to be like an Ace Attorney mixed with Yakuza. So like that's straight up my alley, man. Like two game franchises I love mixed together. But yeah, here we have Sega has halted the sales of Yakuza spin-off Judgment in Japan after Pierre Taki, one of the actors, was arrested on suspicion of using cocaine. Taki, am I saying that right? Takai? Is it Takai?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's Taki.
Voiced and served as a model for Yakuza named Koyoi Hamura in the game, which is released in its native country as Judge Eyes for the PS4 in December. According to Mainichi, his urine sample tested positive for cocaine and also later admitted to using a small quantity. So it's not just a legend anymore, it's straight up official.
Yeah.
Sega's response was that it's confirming the facts. Gaming Giant also has revealed on Twitter it's deleted its tweets about the game due to sales restraint. Japan has strict drug laws. Sega's decision isn't unprecedented. Universal Music Japan once stopped selling a pop duo's music after one of them was arrested for possession of MDMA. Actor Hiroki
You wanted the Japanese story on here. You got to read the names.
Narimiya was also replaced in the new version of Yakuza 4 after cocaine allegations. Basically this dude got caught for doing drugs, and Japan has very strict drug laws. And what they'll probably end up doing is just removing his voice and putting in a new voice for that character. Kind of like what they're doing with Kingdom Hearts 3, because it's the same voice actor for Olaf.
Oh, that's okay. I saw both of these stories. I didn't realize it was the same actor.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
That's funny. Because Olaf's made of cocaine. So
he's made of cocaine.
He's just straight up packed cocaine. Why do you think he acts so weird?
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Guys, where's my nose?
I need it for the drugs.
I have to snort myself.
Yeah. Very, very funny news story. The next one we have is Solar Ash Kingdom Hyper Light Drifter reveals new game. So Solar Ash Kingdom is the name of the new game. I have not seen this trailer. Justin, you want to talk about it?
I actually have also not seen this trailer.
Okay, I thought you put this in, but maybe that was Ben.
I did.
It's pretty
I
looking.
just didn't watch the trailer because I put this on at work and then forgot to actually watch the trailer.
And then
I was just
you were drugged out of your
excited
mind.
that the Hyperlight Drifter people are making a new game because they are talented.
Absolutely.
But while I vamped for time and watched this trailer, I will talk about this upcoming game from the Hyperlight Drifter creators.
Hyperlight Drifter was pretty cool.
Heart
I
Machine.
wish I played a bit more of it. You know, like I played maybe a dungeon or two and then I stopped. But it was really neat what I played.
Twitch Prime. I haven't played it yet though.
You should check that out, though.
Yeah, I played it a bunch once. Like I sat down like one night and just went through a bunch of it. And then I think like when I updated my computer, like got a new, motherboard and all that stuff, I reinstalled everything and my save was gone. Oh. So I opened it up again and played a bunch more, but in a different direction, because it's kind of non-linear like that. And I was like, man, this game is good. Like, it made me realize that it's basically like a kind of a 2D top-down Breath of the Wild. Because you can do the dungeons in any order. Like, you can just go in a direction and do whatever you want in that direction.
Yep.
But it's, 2D, top-down. But essentially, it's very similar.
It's a very pretty looking game from the trailer. I mean, it doesn't give you too much indication as far as actual gameplay, but like it's just like it's pretty looking. Like
it
the
looks
world,
like 3D Hyperlight Drifter. The art style.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear more about this game just because I love really like well crafted like game worlds. Be they like like in this kind of like almost minimalistic style with like lighter colors and things like that, but. Whatever it is, it's as long as it's like really interesting and things like that, like with their own kind of like unique twist on how they do the details and stuff. I just find that kind of stuff really cool. So
one of my favorite things about Hyperlight Drifter was the movement mechanics, like the way you can kind of dash and zip around to different platforms and things like that. Nice. And this definitely looks like it has some of that. But I also see that it's going to be coming to the Epic Games Store. So screw it. I don't care anymore. Screw those exclusivity deals. No, I'm kidding. I actually don't care.
Is it going to be exclusive or
it just says coming to the Epic Games Store on PC? Like they advertise that.
So most likely, there's a good chance it'll be exclusive. Darn.
But yeah, there's like it looks like it's the characters like on. Either has rollerblades or is just like kind of grinding along the world, and I don't know. There's some interesting stuff there.
Jet Set Radio, but Zelda.
Jet Set Radio.
That's okay. Give me that.
That'd be cool. I'd buy that game. I'd play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Real quick, I just want to say when he skates by the grass, it kind of looks like Hobbs grass to me. I like that. Art style of like neon pascals or pascals. I don't know.
Pastel.
Pastel. Yeah, it's like neon pastels. Like it's weird.
Yeah, there you go.
It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Speaking of something that's not so cool, Doom Annihilation's debut trailer.
Oof.
I haven't seen the trailer, but apparently it was so bad that Bethesda decided to disavow it.
We don't claim this.
To be clear, all they did was tweet out that we're not involved, which I mean, is fine. Fair. Like that's not disavowing the movie. It's just saying we're not making it and we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Sure, if they were proud of it, they might try to say, "Oh yeah, we gave this our blessing." But they still wouldn't say, "Oh, we made this. It's good, so we made it." Like they still would have nothing to do with it. They would just be more positive about the, about the promotion of it.
This looks like Resident Evil mixed with Starship Troopers.
Yeah, it kind of looks to me like a Netflix series or something, like an Netflix original series, like that's like, I don't know, like it doesn't look like a movie to me. Like it doesn't like that.
No, it looks like a really B sci-fi movie to me, man. Like
I don't know.
Yeah,
if you were going through like Blockbuster or something and you'd see the cover for that and you rented it, that's what this is.
Yeah, my favorite thing that I saw about this, like it's 30 seconds, but it's 30 seconds I can never get back. But my favorite thing is I saw someone put out something like there's literally no plot to Doom other than the idea of like a Doom guy as a character, and this movie stars a woman. Like they didn't even get that right.
Oh, man. I don't even know. So yeah, the only thing you need in Doom is just like space station on Mars, demons, go to hell, get back home. That's really all you need. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, the first Doom movie had that, and that still wasn't very good.
Yeah, but yeah.
True.
And it had The Rock.
True.
Which, by the way, I'm drinking out of a glass that has The Rock on it.
Nice.
Keeping within the movie wheelhouse, we got Harry Potter. So Harry Potter Wizards Unite hands-on preview, bringing magic to the real world. Is this another Harry Potter mobile game?
Yeah,
okay.
It's from Niantic, so it's a Harry Potter Pokemon Go.
Okay.
No, the reason I put this in here is there's actually been a lot of coverage on this lately because they're kind of ramping up to its release, and it actually looks really cool. Like there was a Ghostbusters game I think like last year that came out that tried to kind of take the the AR like real life type thing that Pokemon Go was successful for and add a little more to that. And mechanically, it was a stronger game because Pokemon Go is nothing. Like I play it every day, and there's nothing to that game. You throw a ball when a circle gets small enough, and then maybe you catch something, and that's it. Like it's literally to me, it's just a grind to catch them all. Now, I go out, I see what my objectives are to try to get a research breakthrough so that I can get a new stone to evolve something. Or to catch another legendary that I can never get from a raid because no one plays with me. Or, like, occasionally just catch a new Pokemon out in the wild, even though I have pretty much all of them you can catch. But that game is nothing. The Ghostbusters game tried to, like, add in some more interesting things to the capture mechanics and stuff like that. This, like, for one, Harry Potter is instantly more recognizable than Ghostbusters, like, hands down. It's going to be more successful.
How dare you.
But this is the game that would make me stop playing Pokemon Go. Because you don't need more than one real-life AR game.
Right.
Like, you're not going to take two phones around, one which... Well, people take multiple phones around with Pokemon Go.
I got two phones.
But...
One's a work phone.
Technically I have two phones, but only one's actually connected to data. The other one I just haven't sold yet. But I do see people go around with multiple phones playing Pokemon Go. So they might carry multiple phones with this and Pokemon Go on it. But the average person is not going to. They're going to pick one. And considering this is also Niantic, and it's much mechanically more dense than Pokemon Go is, I'm pretty sure Niantic isn't even going to keep playing Pokemon Go after this. But, yeah, the reason I want to put it on here is that it just sounds really cool. Like, it's basically a modern-day take on Harry Potter. So it's like all of the magical things from that universe, from like a museum, basically, have been released into the real world. And, players of this game, quote unquote, have been sworn into the statute of secrecy to kind of like join a task force to capture all of those items before the everyday people of the world can discover that magical things exist. So you're going around like finding, like a snitch or what are some other things it mentions? A hippogriff or things like that.
Nice.
And each thing that you find has a different like task attached to it that you have to complete to catch that thing. Which usually revolve around some kind of different magical spell that you use on it to get it. They're called calamities. So it's like, Pokemon, but they're things instead of like creatures. And you have like on top of just the more complex capture mechanics, like doing these spells on screen and like, kind of wearing them down or whatever. You also have like skill trees that you increase your character in different ways. And like instead of gyms, there's I forgot what they're called. Hold on. There's a lot of stuff here, and I read this once earlier this week, and then I got sick and forgot the world. I'm just gonna read from here. Ignore everything I just said. Like Pokemon Go's Pokestops, real-world points of interest, monuments, buildings, parks, etc. will be denoted on the map as places to check into. But rather than spinning a signpost, you'll be jumping into either an inn or a greenhouse, which can give you food, power your magic, offer ingredients for potions, etc. But the bulk of what you'll be doing are looking for objects scattered by the Calamity, such as Foundables, which is kind of a stupid name, represented by different colored emblems on the world map. So, like the Pokemon popping up. Every Foundable comes with a Confoundable, a complicating factor that you need to free it from to save and archive it, which is kind of what I was talking about, a thing you have to do. Mm-hmm. With the Hippogriff, which is the Foundable, the Confoundable is the ball and chain shackling the poor beast, which you must trace a spell over with your finger to break. You're marked on your skill for how accurately and quickly you perform these spells, and in freeing a Foundable, players are rewarded with stickers related to those items. Collect enough of those stickers in your registry, and you eventually unlock the ability to pull that Foundable into a photo AR mode and pose with it. So basically, you're catching the Pokemon and, adding it. Like, they added, like, a new photo mode in Pokemon that you can do whatever. Mm-hmm. It's the same concept, but there's more depth to it. In addition to unlocking the stickers, rescuing Foundables also awards you with different runes based on the type of Foundable. There are 10 categories in total, from sports and games, to Hogwarts, to magic, zoology, and more, and each category has its own rune. These runes, each of which have their own level, come into play in Wizard Unite's take on Pokemon gyms, fortresses. That's what I was trying to find, fortresses. Fortresses are where some of the communal aspects of Niantic's design philosophy come into play. Think of them as multi-level dungeons. With up to 5 people in synchronous play, players can jump into timed encounters on each floor of a fortress. This is where players will unlock some of the rarest items in the registry as you engage in duels with wizards, werewolves, vampires, baby basilisks, and even some familiar faces. Battles emulate the same spellcasting as any Foundable. You'll trace your finger on the screen in a certain pattern to both attack and defend, with the former requiring you to light up your spell each time you attack. Completing all the challenges in a fortress floor and under the allotted time will give players rewards, and the specific bounties will be dependent on which runes players choose before jumping into a floor. And if you'd like a deeper layer to combat, Wizards Unite also allows players to choose one of 3 professions: Auror, Attack, Magizoology, Support, and Professor, all around. Each comes with its own skill tree filled with dozens of skills to choose from and outfit your wizard or witch with stat bonuses to accuracy, power, and more. If you're wondering where those potions I mentioned way back when came into play, by the way, you can use potions mid-combat to heal yourself or improve your spells too. So, yeah, there's a lot here, and a lot of it does kind of correspond to Pokemon things. Like, the potions are obviously, items. The fortresses are gyms, but I feel like they're a lot better than the combat system in Pokemon Go is, because everyone notoriously hates that. But the skill trees, I think, are the really interesting part, and that's going to make or break the game. Because if they're not, important, if the things you improve aren't that important, they're not going to matter. They're probably just going to be a grind for no reason. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. This sounds really cool to me. It'll also have some new and old characters with actual voice actor from, known actors, which is kind of cool, but unnecessary for a mobile game because no one plays with sound on, but whatever. And in place of eggs, there's port keys. So you walk around a certain amount of time, and then you can drop a port key down. It basically says, your port key is ready. And you can drop it down and, go into some area. So they use Ollivander's Wand Shop as an example. And there's, different things you can do inside of those places, and you get stuff for going there. So it really feels like they're kind of bringing the Harry Potter idea to life, and it's not just a gimmick. But I think this is really cool. in a way that Pokemon Go never really has reached, because that was built like solely on the back of Ingress. Like Niantic basically took Ingress, put a Pokemon skin on it, and released it again. They really didn't do anything to it. And recently they've added a lot of new concepts to it, but it's too little too late on a game that could only go so far because of the mechanics it was built on. This game feels like they're starting like above where Pokemon Go currently is, and then it's one of those, forever games, quote unquote. So who knows where it'll go by the end.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was really excited when I got this little in-depth thing, so I had to gush for a bit. We can move on.
Cool. Next news story we have here is former Ubisoft and EA studio head Jade Raymond is joining Google as VP, apparently.
She sounds like a video game protagonist. Jade Raymond?
Yeah.
Jade Raymond. Right?
It's like, I always associate her with, oh god, what's it called? Beyond Good and Evil, because of Jade.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't think she has anything to do with that. No, she.
Is that Ubisoft?
It was a Ubisoft game, but she wasn't in charge of that. What she was in charge of and co-creator of was the Assassin's Creed franchise, though.
Oh, okay.
So, she's a pretty big deal in the gaming industry because she's made, she's like worked on Assassin's Creed, created a huge franchise that's still going on today. Also left that, went to go work at Electronic Arts, where she oversaw EA's Motive Studio, PodCap Studio, and Star Wars portfolio. And then she left EA in October 2018. She probably left and then joined Google at some point between then and now. Raymond will join her former game executives at Google, including Phil Harrison, formerly PlayStation and Xbox, and Jack Busser, previously director of PlayStation Now and PlayStation Home. And we're also supposed to get some Google news in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, there's rumors they're gonna have like a controller and stuff. So I think they're legit entering the gaming market. This seems pretty obvious at this point.
Interesting.
We talked about their like games as service thing where they just had like that streaming service rather for Chrome, and they've had games in their Chrome program before, like Super Giants games. Can't remember the name. Bastion. That's what it was. They had Bastion on there for like a 2012, I think, maybe. So they've been around for a while, but they're just gonna make their big news next couple weeks.
See, that's the thing. Is like when I was trying to find a good mobile game today, like I wanted something that wasn't ruined by touchscreen, but everything I found was like 4.5 to 4.7 stars, and like this game is perfect with the gamepad. Blah 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 blah. Like, don't play it with touch controls. It sucks. And so it's like all these highly rated games that sucked with touch controls, but were fantastic games.
Yeah.
So I think, which to me, I go to mobile because you can just grab your phone and play it. You don't have to pull out a gamepad or anything. But I think if they legit joined the gaming market, they would already have a foot in the door because of all these fantastic games that are good with gamepad support. But you'd be playing them on a TV at home instead.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the mock-ups of those controllers for the Google controller.
Yeah, that was a fan mock-up.
Yeah, they are.
They were okay.
Yeah, they don't look that great. They're kind of like
it was based on like a blueprint prototype.
Yeah.
Or patent. That's what it's called.
Yeah. It kind of looks like an Ouya controller, but of course, like, don't take these mock-ups with 100% certainty or anything like that, because it could become something completely different for the final product. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what Google has to do and say about this.
I think it'd be interesting, honestly, if Microsoft left the gaming market, because it feels like they're going third party with all the decisions they've been making, and then Google became the new like third pillar of gaming.
How cool would that be? That'd be really interesting. That would make a really interesting year in gaming. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Especially and then Apple will have to respond and do something. because Apple and Google fighting.
Yeah. They tried though. They tried and failed already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like an Apple TV with a controller one time, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that was
it's
like
bad.
really bad. Yeah.
Amazon has a game studio and they're not even succeeding.
Yeah, it's weird.
Guess we'll just have to see, huh?
Yeah. Seems like these big tech companies are struggling to figure out gaming, but maybe Google will figure it out.
They're struggling to figure out anything. Like they're becoming the companies that do everything, but don't do anything well.
Right.
Yeah. It feels like they're kind of just stagnating. They're just like, because like how many times can you reinvent a phone or like whatever else? Like I don't even know what else Google does. Search
I don't know.
engines.
The new Samsung devices are pretty cool.
Well,
Have you
that's
seen that
different.
foldable
That's like folding phones, and that's weird.
Well, I mean, even the regular phones are just beefy. Like those are incredible phones. But the foldable one's actually really cool. I like it because it's like a 7 or 8 inch tablet that just folds in half and then becomes like a 4-inch phone. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some other crazy shit that's been happening in Apex Legends apparently is there's been these bouncy pads in the map that people have found, and they're linking it to a new character coming in Apex Legends. I think his name has been linked as Octane. Character has the ultimate ability that places jump pads on the ground that anyone can use. You guys still playing Apex Legends?
Only with you.
Okay.
I haven't played with anyone else except you guys.
Yeah.
And Jake, but he joined us, so.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Could be cool. I guess you could, like, I like see, I think this would be a really cool, like, troll thing to do, is just, like, throw jumping pads at your enemies and then have them jump in the air and you shoot them.
I don't know. I would need to know what other skills he has, because that on its own seems more chaotic than good. Because you drop a jump pad, and you try to shoot at someone, and they keep using your jump pad to get out of your shots. Like, some people are really good at, like, mid-air shooting. But when you're on the ground aiming at them in the air, that's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially on console.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright.
But if it's like he has a passive where it's like he uses the jump pad, goes up in the air, and then like has slowdown while in the air shooting, that would be an awesome character.
That could be neat.
And speaking of awesome characters, the Master Chief is coming to PC finally.
Oh yeah.
Trying to do the Halo theme, but forgetting what the Halo theme is.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, so Lo, you're finally getting your PC Halo.
It's about time. About time.
You didn't believe
I'm
it
excited.
at first. I was like, Lo,
No,
guess
I
what
didn't.
they're
I was
doing
like,
for you.
Well, no, they're not. This is a rumor. No, this is somebody's trolling me. But no, sure enough. And then I checked Steam and the listing's there. I put it on my wish list. I'm like, okay,
it's
cool.
on everyone's wish list.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw a picture on Reddit that was like your friend.
It's real. It's the hype is real. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yep. It says here the PC version of Halo Master Chief Collection will come in stages, with each game released individually in chronological order, rather than have them all together in one big bundle. That means Halo Reach will be first, followed by Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo 4.
Wait, Reach is coming first.
Yeah, because that's the first
order.
Yeah, chronological order. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
That's not a bad game though. It's not amazing, but it's better than Halo 1. Like
better than Halo 4.
Well,
I haven't. That's one of the ones I haven't played, so I'm excited. I'm excited to play that one. Should be fun. Sounds cool.
Yeah, and then 343 Industries said that staggered schedule will enable to ensure that each game is quote unquote right. With PC standard features including FOV sliders, 4K resolution, and ultra-wide monitor support, adjustable frame rates, and remappable keys.
Ooh.
Beyond their initial launch, the games will evolve and grow over time with the community input. That's probably just like like Forge stuff and game modes and stuff. We're embarking on a journey with our community to build PC experience that delivers PC gamer expectations. Community Director Brian Gerard said, "The team is passionately committed to ensuring that all the features, bells, and whistles expected in a modern PC title are included with the MCCC. Pricing and release dates haven't been announced yet. Yeah, because in case you guys didn't know, the Master Chief Collection when it first came out was a mess. Like
I heard, yeah.
There were just things like save features that were like messed up. Online was messed up. Frame rates were messed up. Like there was a lot of issues with it.
And it was also like $30 and didn't have half the stuff it has now.
Yeah, and they finally fixed it over time. Yeah.
So if it's still $30 now that it's fixed, I'll be surprised.
That sounds like a good price tag to me. I'd pay that $30.
Yeah, too bad you'll probably be working at 2K and can't record it with us.
I know, right?
Figures.
Right. We'll slowly be able to play though together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secretly.
So yeah, with this announcement, Halo fans have been sending devs too much pizza since the review.
I don't understand this meme. One, what is too much pizza? Two, I don't understand.
Last night, after several teases, 343 Industries finally announced the release of Halo. Blah, 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 blah. The collective reveal has made fans happy that they spent much of last night swamping the studio with pizza deliveries. I was about to say swamping.
Swamping.
Last night, community director Brian Gerard. Okay, yeah, we already got over this. But yeah, they sent them a bunch of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why?
I don't.
Just because they were happy and pizza's developer fuel, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I just a lot of things get announced. They don't get bombarded with pizza. It's not newsworthy.
Right. They were just that excited.
It's because it's Halo, man. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
Halo is like game fuel, though. Send them boxes of game fuel, like Halo-themed game fuel.
No.
Or Doritos.
Yeah,
Doritos, yeah, pizza gets cold and stuff after a while. Doritos, you can just
hey, man, there's nothing wrong with cold pizza.
Yeah, you eat cold pizza. Like, that's not a reason.
Yeah, it's because the last Halo game that was on PC was like what, Halo 2 or one of those Halo Wars games or whatever.
Well, yeah, Halo Wars is on. That doesn't count.
Halo Wars, and then there's like the Spartan Assault or whatever, the top-down.
Oh yeah, Spartan Assault was actually pretty legit.
Yeah, fun game.
So the Halo PC audience have been vastly underfed.
So they vastly overfed 343?
Yes, exactly.
Apparently.
Cool.
Didn't they like release a message saying, please stop sending pizza?
That's literally what the story is. We just covered it.
Yeah.
The building receptionist isn't here, so it's getting logistically challenging.
Logistically challenging.
It's pretty good. Yeah, so that's my last news story for the week. What about you guys?
I'm good with ending on pizza.
All right.
Me too.
I've got pizza right beside me that I'm going to eat right after this. So.
Yum.
How fitting. Justin, where can the people find you?
You can find me if you go look up Zero Score on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch, I guess. Wait, who said that like you have to look me up with the underscore? Is that on Twitter?
That's the
I think
world.
that was on Twitter or no. I think it's when I Googled you. It was.
Oh yeah, it was Google. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah,
about Google.
_score. Then all the stuff that I know and love comes up.
Okay. Oh yeah, because they did say if you Google Zero Score. That's right. Whatever. Yeah. Just look me up on those specific platforms, and I will be there without the underscore, ideally. Although I keep changing my display name on Twitter, so maybe not. But I mentioned earlier that I was going to plug a video. I literally made a Mario Day video in under 24 hours because I'm a madman.
Nice.
I came up with the idea before. Like I made the list and everything, and like compiled, what I wanted to do. But I went from like the scripting to like filming to editing and all that in under 24 hours. Because I woke up on March 9th and was like, I should probably take this idea that I've had for months and make it a Mario Day video. Oh yeah, that means March 10th. Cool. But also I had gotten a new lens for my camera, and so I wanted to just try it out. So I used that lens to make that video. And it looked real good. I'm super happy with how that video came out, even though it was short notice. And I kind of skimped on the editing a little bit to get it out on time. But yeah, go check that out if you need something to show what I can do.
And Lo.
You guys can find me retweeting food porn on Twitter at Near the Hero, N3R0, THEH3R0. I've just been on like a food porn retweeting binge. I'm just like, oh, that looks really good. I'm going to retweet that.
Have you?
So,
Yeah, he has. Like, I've noticed it, and I just like talk to him on Discord. I'm like, yo, what up? This food.
I know. Yeah. Then I realized it. I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep going with it. So whatever. You can find me there. You can also find me on YouTube, Near the Hero with letters. And you can find me here on Charge Shot because we do this podcast thing. And we're really cool people. You should listen to us talk because we talk real good about stuff.
Yeah, we talk real good.
We talk real good.
Gross. Can we end this, please?
You can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter, CSG Thomas on Twitter. Also visit our website, charshot.com. Check out our Discord. Come in there, say hello. You can talk to us. You can talk to Lo about his food porn addiction.
And talk to Dan about his actual porn addiction.
his anime titty porn addiction. Yeah, you can also email me, Thomas at tryshot.com, with any emails for the show or otherwise. And yeah, that's it. Till then, guys, enjoy your games. Good night.
Enjoy your porn.
I love you.
Enjoy your porn.